Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, so as I mentioned, that Bhagavad Gita gives us the learnings and the teachings of living a peaceful life, a life which gives you the right path. At the same time, we have a very strong uh, idol by the name of Hanumanji, and it is believed that there is a Chalisa, Hanuman Chalisa. It is believed in Hinduism that if we read that, that not only gives us strength, but it also gives the right path to us to live our life.
Okay,
So
can
Hanuman Chalisa tells us about the devotion, strength, and qualities of Hanumanji. Now, why it is known as Chalisa? Chalisa basically the Hanuman Chalisa, the what do you say? What do you call that? The book or the song has 40 paragraphs. So that is why Chalisa comes from the word chalice. So it has since it has 40 paragraphs or the pankti, that is why it is known as Hanuman Chalisa. And if we read it on or if we chant it on a daily basis, we feel a lot of strength, and it also makes us get rid of our fears. So that is the power of Hanuman Chalisa.
okay. Can we read a little bit in the beginning and how much ever you want to?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So before I start the Chalisa, I just want the viewers to know as like how it was written and like in what circumstances it was written and who has written.
Okay.
So, Tulsidas' famous book, which is known as Ramcharitmanas, and it was beautifully crafted by him. When Akbar read this Ramcharitmanas, he got very influenced and he wanted Tulsidas ji to write about him also, about simply denied because he did not want to write anything about Akbar. So he said, I'm not going to write. In the days of Akbar, he imprisoned Tulsidas ji. And when he was imprisoned, Tulsidas ji had nothing to do, so he just simply accepted the thing and he was imprisoned. But it is more interesting to know as to like what happened when he was in prison. I'll just tell you that. So when he was imprisoned, he was very sad. Of course, he did not want to do anything which he did not enjoy. So that is why he had said no to Akbar. But when the Tulsidas, he was an ardent devotee of Lord Rama and Lord Hanumanji. So he thought that he should write one Chalisa. On Hanumanji, he should write something. So he started writing. But incidentally, what happened? He used to write the Chalisa in the daytime, and next morning when he used to wake up, there's a weird thing. The entire Chalisa, what he had written, it used to get erased. It continued for 1, 2, 3, 4 days. And one day, Tulsidas ji was like very, he did not understand what to do. So he prayed Hanumanji, and then Hanumanji gave his darshan to Tulsidas ji in his dreams. And then Tulsidas ji asked him, see, is there something which I did wrong or have I committed some mistake that whenever I'm trying to write something, it is getting erased the next day. Then Hanumanji said that, see, I am an devotee of Lord Rama. I am nothing without my Lord Rama. So when you are writing this Chalisa, you have to mention about Ramji. It has to start. It shouldn't start with my name. It should start with Lord Rama's name. And the entire Chalisa should mention about Lord Rama. Then I will be happy because I am nothing without my Lord. So that was the kind of devotion which Hanumanji had with Lord Rama. So Tulsidas ji understood. He just folded his hand and he said, "Okay, fine, I'm going to do that." And that's why, like when this Chalisa starts, it says that Shri Guru Charan Saroj Raj Nijaman Mukur Sudhari Varno Raghubir Bimal Jasu Jo Dayak Fal Chari. So this Raghubir is basically for Shri Ramji. We call Ramji as Raghubir also. So when he mentioned Raghubir, after that the Chalisa started and Tulsidasi started writing about this. And you know, Anna, one more incident happened when Tulsidas was in the prison. This, in the entire way, in the kingdom of Akbar, there were lots and lots, like troops of monkeys who came and started terrorizing people in the entire kingdom. Then few of the ministers, they just came and told Akbar that to please free Tulsidasji because he is a devotee of Lord Rama and Lord Hanumanji. That is why all these troops of monkeys are coming and terrorizing people and destroying things. And as soon as Akbar heard this, he freed Tulsidasji and he was he went as soon as he left the prison. The like basically the terror of the monkeys stopped in the reign of Akbar. So that was the power. That is the power of Lord Hanumanji. So if you see, if you go to various temples of Hanumanji, you will find lots and lots of monkeys. Nobody is going to like do any harm to the people. Only when they just come, if they see some prasad or something, then they just take it away from them. Otherwise, they are like okay with it. So that is like how Hanuman Chalisa was crafted by Tulsidas.
Okay. The first one.
Chalisa has one, as I said, it says that it has one doha and then the main shokai starts. So Shri Guru Charan Sarojraj Vijimal Mukut Sudhari Varnu Raghubir Bimal Jasu Jo Dayak Pal Char. So it says the devotee or the follower of this or the person who is reading, he says that before I start anything, I want to clean my mind and my heart with the dust of my Lord. And here it is said that Guru Charan Saroj Rat. So he's comparing the feet of his Lord Rama with a lotus flower. So he's saying with the dust of Lord Rama, with the dust of the God's feet, I want to cleanse my mind and I want to purify my heart so that I can attain the four important things which is in the universe. That is the Artha, Dharma, Karma and Moksha. Artha is the purpose of life. Dharma is what am I supposed to do? Karma is basically my work which I am doing in a day to day. And all this when I do is basically to get what? It is basically to attain moksha. Because in Hinduism, moksha is the ultimate thing. Once you get the moksha, you are free from all these mohan, maya, births and everything. So basically all these things I should do, everything in my life, whatever I should do, it should ultimately lead me to the moksha. So it says that.
Okay. Let's move on to the next one.
Yeah. So, Varno Raghubir Vimanjasu Chodai Khazar, as it said, whatever I want, that is basically what I want, I should achieve that. Buddhi ki tanu janti sumujo pavan kumar, bal buddhi vidya dehu mohi, harhu kalesh begar. So what it says is, you give me so much of knowledge, so much of intelligence, so that I can just, like by chanting your name, I should get that power in me, that intelligence in me, so that I can lead a life which is full of bal. Bal is strength. Buddhi. Buddhi is intelligence. And with bal and buddhi, I should just be like basically away from all the colleagues in life.
Okay. All right.
So, Kalesh and Vikal. Kalesh is what is comes from outside. Like
Hmm.
when we go for work, when we are at home, when we are doing various activities, no, if it does not go as per our wishes, then it actually leads to kalesh. Okay. And vikar is something which comes from inside. Because of this kalesh, the vikar comes from inside, the irritation which happens. And because of this kalesh and vikar, we get irritated and do certain things which is not actually required. So, Hanumanji says that whoever my follower who reads this Chalisa, I get that they get that knowledge so that the Kalesh, as in Kalesh is basically the blemishes and the blemishes which causes pain. So when I read this, I get the peace within and from outside so that I am relieved of all the pains.
Okay.
So now we're going to start with the main chopai. Now this chopai, as I said, it has like 40 paragraphs or 40 panktis. The first pankti says, Jai Hanuman, Gyan Gun Sagar, Jai Kapish Pihu Lok Jagar. Jai Hanuman. So see, Hanuman, when we say, we always say is Jai Hanuman. Now, Jai is like how we address. For example, in simple language, if you say a person who does MBBS is called doctor. Similarly, the person who does engineering is known as an engineer. Similarly, a teacher. So these are all like we address them as like professor, doctor, engineer. So Hanuman ji ke liye it is like Jay. Jay is why do we call Jay? Because he is so powerful. Powerful because of powerful in terms of because he's an ocean of wisdom, qualities, strength, power, and intelligence. So that is why whenever we say Hanuman, so we say Jai Hanuman. So Jai is basically the designation what we are giving to Hanuman. Then
Okay.
it says Jai Kapish Singh Lok Ujagar Ram Dut Atulit Baldhama Anjali Putra Pavan Satnama. Jai Kapish Singh Lok Ujagar. So Kapish is basically a monkey. So in those times, Sugriv was the Raja. He was the king of Vanasena. Now, in those times, you know that all of us we have evolved from from Vanar only. So that time it was known as Vanar, but as and when the development happened, the Vanar name changed to monkeys. So Sugriv was the king of Vanasena, and he called Hanumanji one day, and he said, "Come here. From today, you will be known as in the entire universe. You will be known as Kapish." So he said, "Why? You are already the Raja." So then Sugriv said to Hanumanji, "No, because you are the power of strength, you are the power of intelligence. So that is why you will be known in the entire universe. You will be known as the king of this monkeys." So that is why from that day it was like known as Jai Kapil Tihu Lok Jata. मतलब तीनों लोकों में आपको राजा माना जाएगा. In the entire universe, you will be known as the king. Anjani Putra Pavan Sutnama. Now, Anjani Putra Pavan Sutnama. So, it is all of us know that Hanumanji's mother's name was Anjali, so that is why he is known as, we call him with various names like Anjani Putra, Pavan Putra. And Pavan was his father's name, so that is why he is known as Pavan Putra, Pavan Sutnama. मतलब अंजनी पुत्र जो है अंजनी पुत्र पवन सुत नामा उनका जो भी नाम लेते हैं जो भी उनका उच्चारण करते हैं तो उनको उनका हमेशा भला होता है. उनके साथ हमेशा राम जी भी रहते हैं और हनुमान जी भी रहते हैं. अगर तुम्हें पता हुआ है ना कि जब हम कोई भी हनुमान जी के टेम्पल पे जाते हैं ना, तो कहा जाता है कि अब जय श्री हनुमान मत बोलो पहले, अब जय श्री राम जी बोलो हनुमान जी को, और उसके बाद हनुमान जी का नाम लो, तो हनुमान जी आपकी सारी इच्छाएं पूरी करते हैं, और वो खुश होते हैं कि पहले उनसे पहले उनके प्रभु का नाम लिया गया है.
All right. So basically, you're saying that you should first chant Jai Shri Ram and then chant Jai Shri Hanuman, so that the Hanuman ji is happy that his Lord's name is taken first.
Correct. So that is how it is believed that we should take Ramji's name. As I told you the story, no? When Tulsidas also started writing, he did not want that to happen, so he came into his dream and he said that first you mention my Prabhu's name, and then only you start talking about me.
Okay.
So coming to the next para, Mahavir Viram Bajran, Ramdut Atulut Balthama. So Ramdut, why we call him Ramdut is because he was a messenger to Sita Maya. He took Lord Rama's message to Sita Maya when she was in prison. So that is why he is known as Ramdut Atulit Balthama. Now Atulit means जिसकी तुलना किसी से नहीं की जाए. Everything is like measurable. But when it comes to Hanumanji, then he is Atulniya. You cannot, there is no measure to check the strength, the power, when it comes to Hanumanji, he is Atulniya. Nobody can measure his power, his strength, his devotion. Nobody can do that. So that is why he's known as रामदूत अतुलित बलधामा. उनके अंदर इतना बल था जिसको हम मेजर नहीं कर सकते. नॉट ओनली द स्ट्रेंथ, बट एवरीथिंग, इंटेलिजेंस, पावर, डिवोशन, एवरीथिंग इज लाइक which cannot be measured. Mahavir Vikram Bajrangi, Sumit Nivar Sumit Sami. As I said, no. Now coming to that next one, Mahavir Vikram Bajrangi, Sumit Nivar Sumit Sami. Now when we say Mahavir, so like the Lord Rama ko we say Raghuveer. So he is Veer, but he is Raghuveer. But for Hanumanji we say Mahavir. Maha means extreme of everything. Mahavir. He is like Veeron ke Veer Mahavir. And here, just to note that Mahavir is basically coming from Mahadev, because he was an ansh of Shivji. That is why he is known as Mahavir. Vikram Bajrangi, Kumit Nivar Sumit Sangi. Now, Kumit is wrong things, and Sumit is showing the path for doing the right things. So Hanumanji says that when you read this Chalisa, or it is believed that when you read the Chalisa, then as and when you read the Chalisa, even if you are doing wrong or if you are going on a wrong path, I will show you the right path. So that is why this says Mahavir Vikram Bajrangi Kumit Nivar Sumit ke Sangi. So I will show you the right path. Now just let me tell you about this Mahavir Vikram Bajrangi ka one story. Trend is so much that once it so happened that Indra gave, rain god. So one day it so happened that Hanuman did something and this in his childhood, and Indradev got angry on Hanumanji. So what he did, he used his weapon, which was the Vajra. Vajra was Indradev's weapon. It so happened that Indradev hit Hanumanji's today, that's chin, with his Vajra, which was of stone. And as he hit the chin of Hanumanji, the weapon actually broke into pieces. So that was the strength of Hanumanji, that even the weapon which was made of stone, it did not affect Hanumanji, and that weapon broke into pieces instead of anything happening to Hanumanji. So you can imagine the strength of Hanumanji. And one more very interesting story I'll tell you with that. During that time, when Sita Maya was uh, abducted by Ravan, so Ravan said, "Oh Bandar, chal ek ek haath ho jaye," because they were like fighting on something and they had an argument. So he said, "Okay, chalo ek ek haath ho jaye." So Ravan said, "नहीं, पहले तुम मारो." तो हनुमान जी said, "No, no, मैंने अगर मारा तो तुम्हें प्रॉब्लम हो जाएगी. तुम एक काम करो, तुम मारो मुझको पहले." तो उसने बोला ठीक है. फिर रावण ने क्या किया? रावण ने मुक्का उठाया, मुक्का he just hit हनुमान जी. And nothing happened. He was like literally sitting in this yoga pose and nothing happened. Just a must nahi hua Hanuman ji ko. And Ravan was just looking at him, what is this? And then he said, okay, chalo, ab tumhari bari, tum maro बंदर. तो जैसे ही उन्होंने अपना मुक्का उठाया, he raised his fist. Then ऊपर से ब्रह्मा जी he just held हनुमान की hand and he said, oh बाबा तुम तो मत मारो, क्योंकि अगर तुम मारोगे तो फिर प्रॉब्लम हो जाएगी, क्योंकि कार्यक्रम as you know the Ravan's death was written by Ramji. So ब्रह्मा जी से नहीं नहीं बाबा तुम मत मारो. बट हनुमान जी ने बोला कि अब हमारी तो बात हो गई है रावण से, तो हमें तो मारना ही पड़ेगा. So he just raised his fist, but very lightly he hit Ravan. Then he hit Ravan very lightly. Then also Ravan like just fell off, and for 5-10 minutes he was like not in his consciousness. After coming to consciousness, he said, "अरे तुमने तो कुछ किया ही नहीं, मतलब what power you have? You say that you're so powerful now." So then Hanuman ji said, "अगर if I would have hit you properly, then definitely you wouldn't have been alive. So let it go. I am just leaving you because somebody said that to leave you." So
Yeah.
that much strength and power Hanuman ji has.
Okay. So basically, you're saying that when Ram and Ravan when Ravana and Hanuman had an argument, and when Hanuman tried to hit Ravana, Brahmaji comes to his rescue and says that Ravana's death is written by Ram, so he hit him lightly. That's what you're saying, right?
Yeah, right.
Okay. All right.
Okay, now coming to the next Panti. So it says that Kanchan Baran Viraj Sudesha, Kanan Kundal Kunchit Desha. Now Kanchan Baran Viraj Sudesha, matlab uh, not only the heart or the purity of Lord Hanuman is of gold, his mind, his body, everything is with gold. Gold is like comparison. It is said that nothing is as pure as gold. So the comparison of Hanumanji is being done with gold, that he is pure gold in all aspects. So you would have seen in few of the temples we have the idol which is there of Hanumanji is of gold, and in some temples you even see that it is in the Geruvaram, that is like orange color. So that also has one story which I'll tell you. First, I'll just finish it up with this gold. So since he is as pure as gold, that is why his idols are made in gold in a lot of temples. His jewelry, his everything, his entire body is made of gold. And Viraj Suresha, why it is like in some temples it is even in Gerua color, which is the orange color. So one day it so happened that he went to Sita Maya and he saw that Sita Maya was wearing this putti, the bindi which was there, no? That bindi she was wearing, which was in orange color, and as you know that a lot of Indian females apply the sindoor in this mouth, which is either of maroon color or orange color. So she was she had applied this bindi and she had applied the sindoor. So Hanumanji just asked her that why do you apply this? So Sita Maya replied that this is what I am doing. It is for the long life of my my Lord, my husband. So that is why I apply this sindoor and the billi, because it is for the long life, the good health of my husband. So Hanumanji said, okay, fine, you love Ramji, but I am the biggest lover. I am the biggest devotee of my Lord, and I love him the most. So what he did, no, Hanumanji was like so innocent that he just went and the entire body, he just rubbed its entire body from the face to the top in that red color ka sindoor or orange color ka sindoor. So he was like so innocent and sweet that he did that because he said, I want my Lord to live forever. So that is why he entire body he like rubbed that entire thing on his body. So that is why you would see that in a lot of places, in a lot of temples, we have even orange Hanumanji also.
Okay.
So that was the beauty of that. And Kanan Kundal Kunchit Kesa. Now Kanan Kundal is basically Kan mein. The ear mein he wears a kundal. And it is believed, I don't know, I mean in India so it is believed that then there's a nerve that goes from the ear to the brain. So that is why if you would have seen when the children are small, when they are born, nowadays it is only for the girl child, but earlier times, even the boy child also, they used to pierce the ear. When the child was when the child is born after 3 months, the ears are pierced because and it is believed that when you wear something in your ear, it gets it gets forced and the nerves in which connects to your brain gets activated more. So, Kanan Kundal Kunchit Kesa, he's wearing, every time he's wearing a kundal in his ears. Kunchit Kesa. Kunchit Kesa is basically Kunjale Bal, curly hair. So, Hanumanji has curly hair, which, under this entire thing, his golden body or his orange body, with all gold jewelry on his body, like ears, wearing a big face with the curly hair. He looks very beautiful. And like the moment you see Hanumanji, you feel very calm.
Yeah, when next time when we meet, we'll meet for Ganesh Chaturthi, and we'll do Ganesh Chaturthi and Hanuman Chalisa.
The description of Hanumanji as well as Ramji.
Okay.
And every para has a story which is related to his devotee or his wife or Vibhishan.
Okay.
Or we spoke about like Sita Maya, we spoke about Shivji. So everything is like related. Ramji was also an ardent devotee of Shivji. So everything is related to each and everything. This is the power and love of Hanumanji. I believe that everybody should chant Hanuman Chalisa on a daily basis because it gives us not only strength and but it also gives a lot of energy and power to us in thinking because as I said in the beginning that Hanumanji shows us the right path to do the right place.
Okay.
So Jai Shri Ram, Jai Shri Hanuman.
And happy Janma. Yeah, and happy Janmashtami as well. So, do you have anything to say to my viewers of the Atman show?
Yeah, definitely. And I would like to say that you're doing a great job by bringing up all the mythological themes in one platform where the people can understand. Because nowadays, as we know that the newer generation, they don't know about mythology. But through your channel, you are bringing up a lot of things. And I would request your viewers also to visit my channel as well, which is like Kahaniya Kavitha Ki Zubani, which has stories for children as well as like more into mythology, which has not only given an insight on Bhagavad Gita, but now I am covering the Hanuman Chalisa in depth, each paragraph and in depth. So glad to be here. Thank you so much.
Okay, bye.
Bye.